Hi everybody. I just that's gonna try to keep it quick. This review of the Irin Walnut ukulele. This is a tenor size. It has the F holes and sound ports. I did a previous video on my channel about my experience of AliExpress talking about it. So if you have more information about it, I would refer that to my other video. And if you want to check out the other reviews, just let me know. Anything that I forget, just send me a message, a question, and I'll let you know. I'll try to respond as soon as possible. So I'm gonna try to keep this review short because I talked about the instrument a little bit on that other video. So anyway, so that's a very interesting instrument. I bought it because of this different setup of those kind of neat F holes and the sound port, and I thought that would be a nice addition to my collection. I had another laminate tenor that I put a low G string, so I thought to have another laminate that I'll keep with the regular tuning. So anyway, just to go through some of the things about the Irin. Unfortunately, that's how they put their brand on the instrument, with the stickers that already came peeling. Some of the problems with the construction is a little sharpness on the frets. Nothing that I think it really hurt me, and it's something definitely that I'm gonna address. In terms of intonation, was pleasantly surprised. That was pretty good. Just the E string was a little bit more off than the other ones, but in a general way, I thought that was pretty good. There was some problems with the finish. There was, like, for example, this one here that looks really bad in terms of finish. Seems somebody just like patched it together. And this was my biggest problem. I don't know if I can see the wood lifting from the binding. I don't know if that was a problem of craftsmanship coming from the factory, or because it came in such a flimsy box like I showed on my previous video, if that was a result of a hit during the ship process. So hard to tell. So it comes with a strap buttons, which is a good detail. The tuners seem kind of flimsy, seem cheap. Sometimes you have to turn around like quite a bit to get tuned. It seems to be getting better now that the string seems to be more stable after I have it for, I think, about 2-3 weeks now. I don't play with it every day. I've been having way too much fun with my recent purchases. So, and other things, it's like, it's hard. I don't think I'm gonna be able to show inside. But there's some problems inside too, in terms of finish. There's some, even if you run your fingers, there's some pieces of, little pieces of wood of this finish on the side that, yeah, that's peeling off and all. But anyway, so that was that part of the construction. I think that a lot of this was expected due to such a low price point. I got some coupons. I also referred to that experience from on the other video on AliExpress about they give you coupons and end up being less than a $30 instrument. So I'm just gonna play a little bit. I have to say that I do enjoy the sound. I know that might be my cheap ears that enjoy that kind of, I don't know, the loudness, the brightness to it. And I think that this experience of having sound so close to you, it does add to have something a little bit different. So yes, I'm gonna play a little bit, see if you guys like it. a little bit of the strumming. The strings just seem to sit a little bit too high at the nut. I'm probably gonna have to file a little bit. I do have to press harder on the first fret, and yeah, it would be nicer to have a little more pleasant experience in here. Just a little bit of a, I guess, a finger style. A little bit more strong at the end. Yeah, so anyway, go check out the video. I did have a little bit of problems in terms of waiting and stuff like that, but if you have $30 and you have a little bit of some experience, if you need to do some kind of fixing, some kind of setup, I think it's a nice sound. I don't know, please share your what you guys think about it. Definitely gonna get lots of this kind of situation. I don't know if you can see here, like of poor craftsmanship, and it's a pity because I think this instrument had a lot of potential. I've seen some other reviews of this instrument, for example from Uke Stuff, that actually one of the frets were crooked on his instrument, and he had to do quite a bit of a setup, but he made it playable, and he also seemed to agree that it sounded really good for what it is. So yeah, so it's definitely something different. It's hard to give a recommendation after having after this has so many problems in terms of finishing or construction, and but it does sound good, and was a little bit less than $30. So it's some of those things that I'm putting out there so you can make up your mind and see if you consider something like that. It's definitely a cool addition to a collection, something that you can carry around and you don't have to worry much about, and sounds good and all. But it's unfortunate that it has some of this kind of finishes. Even the curved back, I think it's looks like off-centered, which is such a pity. It does seem to provide a little bit of the sound seems to circle well into the instrument, and also yeah, so there's a lot of negatives, but there's some positives too. So I guess it ends up for your consideration if it's good or not. Like I said, very hard to recommend, knowing that you can get an instrument that can be worse than that. But check my other video about my experience with AliExpress. So far, at least they seem to have stepped up a little in the customer service. But if you don't want to deal with all this craziness and don't have time for that, yeah. So if you have any questions, just send me a message, leave a like if you like, and consider subscribe. All right, so have a good day. Bye bye.